field. But now 2nd and 15 from the 35-yard line. Thank you for joining us wherever you are around the world. Jeff Nelson here with you. Great team as people keeping us live and on the air all afternoon here today. Benjamin rolls, throws high, and that's going to go over the head of her receiver. That was Krubo Zepka, who was the target. But over her head, now 3rd and 15. Quickly, after the 31-yard pass to Spinelli started this series, now it's 3rd and 15 from the 35. Running clock, again, 80-yard field. First downs are at the 20, 40, and 20. And you start play with the ball on the 14-yard line unless you turn them over on downs or get a punt. Only kicking is a punt. Eagles 1-2 on the season, coming off that 53-7 victory against Roxbury earlier today. Benjamin takes the snap, rolls, hands the ball off. Up the middle goes her running back, still going, hasn't pulled the flag yet. Now they finally do after a gain of about 5. That was Sabre Halsey on the handoff, and it's 4th down and call it 8. 4th and 8 from the 28. Bobcats are going to go for it. So he made the 3-hour bus ride down from Albany. Benjamin, who scored the game-winning touchdown in the final 15 seconds in their game against Roxbury earlier today in a 13-7 win for the Bobcats. 4th and 8. High snap. She bobbles it but gets it. That's going to allow her to run up the middle looking for a first down and more. And she comes back toward the first down and then flagged down right at the 19. So she crossed, came back, and crossed again. So that's 1st and goal from the 19 on the 7-yard run by Benjamin. Two receivers on both sides. Benjamin has a running back in bracket next to her. Snap. Looks to the right, rolls to the right. Acevedo Lopez trying to sack her. She'll throw it, and it's going to be picked off by the Eagles at the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. She's going to be gone. It's an Eagle touchdown for Anaya Booker. 77 yards on the return, and the Eagles take a quick 6-0 lead on the Anaya Booker interception return for a touchdown, her 2nd interception of the day. And the Eagles, just like that, take a 6-0 lead, and they haven't touched the ball on offense yet. That's Booker's 2nd interception return of the day. And a pick 6 into the nest for Anaya Booker. And the Eagles take a 6-0 lead and look to go for 1. As out comes quarterback and our first game, end-of-game guest, quarterback Delia Katsaftis. Going for 1, ball on the 3. But the Bobcats driving, and the Eagles come up with a pick 6 on the 77-yard. Now picked off by the Bobcats in the end zone. That's Spinelli. So 6-0 Eagles off the interception return for a touchdown by Anaya Booker, 77 yards. And the Eagles have a 6-0 lead and haven't touched the ball on offense yet. The Bobcats will take it 1st and 6 from the 14. Nine minutes to go in the first quarter. The Eagles started 40-0. Or that was the halftime score against Roxbury in the first game. They lead 6-0 here on the Booker pick 6. 1 for 4 is quarterback London Benjamin for Bryant and Stratton out of Albany, New York. 1-0 today are the Bobcats. And play clock is run down to 0. Is that going to be a delay of game, or do they need to reset it? They're going to reset the play clock. No delay of game, just a reset of the play clock, and it's still 1st and 6. High snap, rolling to the right, now to the left, throws it up the middle. Good deflection by Acevedo Lopez. She did that very well in game 1, and that's an incompletion again for Benjamin. Total turnaround by the Eagles from last week to this week, as they looked all out of sorts, didn't score a point, and they scored 53 in the first game, and they're already up 6-0 here. Twin receivers left. Looks like twin receivers to the right. That's where Spinelli is, their best receiver, and who Benjamin looks for more than anybody else. Temperature has gotten colder as the sun has disappeared. Benjamin throws it deep down the right side. She has a receiver open. It's Spinelli, but a good job coming back defensively was Rihanna Boland, the freshman out of Broward, Florida, who breaks up the play. And it's 3rd and 6. Timeout, Bryant and Stratton, as Benjamin's 1 for 6 early on with the pick 6. And 7:02 remaining in the first quarter. Eagles doing it all defensively right now.
Yo, Mike, I'm changing the battery real quick.
Do it for the other one.
What?
Okay, you're good.
I'll be done in like 2 seconds.
Temperature is in the upper 30s now. The sun has disappeared in cloudy skies. It's supposed to rain and be in the 50s tonight and tomorrow. But that doesn't help the weather right now, and the wind is blowing heavily from across the field now, really from the near side, camera side, to the far side. It's blowing 10 to 15 miles per hour on 3rd and 6 from the 14.
Just have someone change it. I forgot what you need to press on the camera to like take it out. I'm gonna do it on the other camera though. Mike, is it working?
The other camera is, yeah. Does it have to be changed still, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Twins to both sides, 3rd and 6 at the 14. Benjamin, the quarterback, takes the snap, rolls to the left. She's going to try to run for a first down. Eagles do a good job to step up. She's going to get the first down, almost lose her shorts in the process as Carrasco pulled the shorts instead of the flag, but she gets the first down on an 8-yard run, and it's 1st and 18 from the 22.
Is it showing?
Yeah.
Number the other camera?
Yeah, you're good.
First and 18 from the 22-yard line as Benjamin runs for the first down. Eagles lead 6-0 on the pick 6 by Anaya Booker. Snap. Benjamin rolls, throws, not caught as she threw it into traffic. Eagles looking for a penalty on the play as well, but didn't get one as Acevedo Lopez was blocked. A little harder than probably she should have been, but another incompletion for Benjamin, who's 1 for 7 to start this one. 2nd and 18 from the 22. Twin receivers near side left, 2 receivers far side right. Snap. Hands off to Brackett, who drops the ball behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a 10-yard loss. And now 3rd and a lot. 3rd and 27. after Brackett dropped the ball 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 27 now from the 13. Bobcats came out like a house of fire in their game against Roxbury, really moving quickly, but since then they have totally slowed down the pace. I don't know if it's the weather or it's some other reason, but they have slowed it down to where they're running a play almost to the end of the play clock, which when you're cold, you probably want to move a little faster. Obviously, you want to make good plays, but you want to move a little faster. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is high, but grabbed. Acevedo Lopez chasing down the quarterback who shoves Acevedo Lopez away. She'll throw the ball, and then a penalty on the quarterback for throwing Acevedo Lopez out of the way, but that's going to be 4th down anyway. And the Eagles will decline it on 3rd and 27, now 4th and 27. And in all likelihood, the Bobcats will punt. Fourth and 27. We apologize as you can't see very much right now, but we'll do the best we can like a radio broadcast. 4th and 27. Back to punt is Krubo Zepka. Back to receive is Anaya Booker. And it looks like that's also Melanie Carrasco. Punt dies up in the air. It's dropped by Fiel, but barely 15 yards on that punt, and it's dies at the 27-yard line. Eagles will be 1st and 7 from the 27, and this is their first offensive play of the game with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Out comes the quarterback who started the game for the Eagles in Game 1, and again, very successful in Game 1, is Delia Katsaftis, our first game interviewer. She was 7 for 9, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the first game. She also had a rushing touchdown and a reception, and played some defense. Quick handoff to Hannah Sola. She'll burn around the left side. Gets close to the first down, and she might be a yard short. Nope, they never pulled the flag off. Now she's gotten over the line. That's a first down and a 7-yard run for Hannah Solis back. She played 3 plays in the first game before going down for injury. Now she's come back out here in the second game as Hannah Solis gets the run. And that's a first down. Handoff again, this time to Anaya Booker, who played quarterback in the second half of that game. She's going to run. She's going to get a 5-6 yard gain, and 2nd and goal from the 14. Call that a pass because it was forward. So first pass of the game for Katsaftis. And it's 2nd and goal from the 14. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Eagles. Snap. Hands off again. Up the middle goes Solis. Solis looking for a corner, and she's brought down at the 10, maybe the 9. Couple of players down. Solis struggling to get back up, but able to. Solis again went down with injury. The 5-foot sophomore out of Southington, Connecticut. And it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Acevedo Lopez replaces Solis. 3rd and 8 from the 8. 3rd and goal from the 8, rather. 2 receivers either side. Katsaftis, quick throw. It's caught up the middle, and that might be short by a yard. It's short by a yard, so 4th and goal from the 1. Nice touchdown-saving tackle by Janoy Johnson on the catch by Melanie Carrasco. And we're 4th and goal at the 1 with a minute to go in the first quarter. So 4th and 1 from the 1. Eagles lead 6-0. Katsaftis 2 for 2 in the second game. Bunch formation tight to the line. Bobcats look like they're going to full blitz. Snap. Katsaftis rolls to the right, throws to the right, has a receiver, and it is picked off in the end zone. So that actually is even better for the Bobcats. Instead of having the ball 1st and 19 at the 1, they get a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 6. From the 14. So the Eagles turn it over on the interception on 4th and 1. First interception of the day off the deflection for Katsaftis. That's her 6th interception of the season, however, as she did have 5 in the 2 games last week, and that's her first today. So turnover on the interception in the end zone, and let's see if the Bobcats get a playoff to start the first quarter. Don't think it is, and it's going to end 6-0 Eagles. Off the pick six by Anaya Booker, the Eagles go into the first quarter leading 6-0. We'll come back in 30 to 45 seconds ago at the start of the second quarter. You're listening to Post University Women's Flag Football on the Post University Sports Network, comprising the CACC Network and YouTube.com/GoPostEagles. Start of the second quarter. Eagles lead 6-0, but 1st and 6 for the Bobcats of Bryant and Stratton. As they just turned over the Eagles on 4th and 1 from the 1, an interception in the end zone off a deflection on the pass by Delia Katsaftis. And we start the second quarter, 1st and 6 from the 14. London Benjamin, the quarterback for the Bobcats, who had a 22-yard run for a touchdown in the waning seconds of their game against Roxbury a little while ago. 1 for 7 in this one with a pick 6 on her ledger. Trips left. Now a 4th receiver goes that direction. Single receiver right. Now one of the 4 receivers on the left comes to the right. So now 3 and 2. Snap. Benjamin rolls. Looks. Still rolling. Holds. Fakes on Acevedo Lopez. Runs forward. Looks for the first down. She gets it and then is flagged down at the 21-yard line. Gain of 7. First down. Bryant and Stratton. And that's the one thing that Benjamin can do is get those first downs on the blown-up plays. Acevedo Lopez didn't stand in front of her. Tried to run with her, and Benjamin, a little too fast, gets away, and that's a first down. First and 18, ball officially marked at the 22. Benjamin takes the snap, continues to spin around, now throws it and picked off again. This time by Rihanna Boland. She picks it off right in the middle of the field and is brought down at the 30-yard line for the second interception of Benjamin today in this game against the Eagles, and the 5th interception of the game. Of the day, for the Eagles. They had 3 in the first and 2 in the second. And Boland had 2 in the first game. That's her 3rd of the day. Booker had 1 and now has back-to-back interceptions for touchdowns. So the Eagles turn over the Bobcats, and it's 1st and 10 at the 30. Katsaftis with a quick handoff to Solis over the left side, breaks a tackle, still going. She might have gotten a first down, and she did in a little bit more. That's a 13-yard run for Hannah Solis, and it's 1st and goal at the 17. Katsaftis gets to the line quickly. Twin receivers to both sides. Now in motion goes one of them. Hands to Solis. Solis tries to go around the right side. She's going to be brought down, though, on a nice play, and then she hurt her leg again as she's hopping up and down on that wrapped up right leg as the tackle was made by Nicole Spinelli. And Solis hopping her way off the field. She's a gamer. She played 3 plays in the first game, got hurt. Now she started this game and is already hobbling with her right leg heavily taped up by the hamstring. Katsaftis rolls forward, throws. It is caught by Boland, and that will gain the Eagles several yards, and then a late penalty as well as the Eagles get to the 11, and now a penalty on who exactly? Boland got pushed to the ground on the completion. And let's see, Rihanna Boland made the catch. Ball's marked at the 10. Let's see who the flag is on. Both teams kind of looking at each other like it's on the other team. Officials want to stop the clock while they have this conversation. Officials still talking over the penalty and the ramifications of it after the completion to Boland. Ball's on the 10, so let's see what the call is. Here come the officials. Now they're going to come talk to Eagle head coach Dom Colavito. Still not sure what the call is. Officials still have not made a call. They've just done a lot of talking. And now they're running the clock, and they've still made no call. So all of that discussion and flag throwing, and nothing has happened. So the ball's at the 10. It's 3rd and 10. I'm confused for sure. Everybody up here is confused. We have no idea what that was. So 3rd and 10, goal from the 10. Katsaftis rolls to the right, throws. She's got a woman open. It is caught. Touchdown. Hannah Van Size on a 10-yard touchdown throw by Delia Katsaftis, and the Eagles get a 10-yard touchdown pass. Hannah Van Size's 3rd touchdown of the day, first of this game, and the Eagles lead 12-0. Eagles go for one. Bunch formation on the right, leading 12-0. Snap. Rolls to the right. Katsaftis throws a duck in the air. It's picked off again for the second time on an extra point by Nicole Spinelli. But the Eagles lead 12-0 on 2 touchdowns, 1 a pick six, and then a 10-yard touchdown throw from Katsaftis to Hannah Van Size. And the Eagles have a 12-0 lead. Just joining us, Eagles have a 53-7 victory in the first game over Roxbury Community College. And if you haven't, catch the interview we had with quarterback Delia Katsaftis, because you'll learn a little bit. This is her first real time playing quarterback. She didn't even come into the program looking to play quarterback. She wanted to be a wide receiver, and she's become a quarterback and now has 3 touchdown passes in these first 4 games. 3 today with only 1 interception. 5 wide receivers spread out for the Bobcats. Moving around, trying to avoid the sack, but a good job by Acevedo Lopez trying to get the sack, and she does. Excellent job by Ana Acevedo Lopez. She sacked a very speedy London Benjamin, and a loss of 3 to make it 2nd and 9 with 9 minutes to go in the first half. Eagles lead 12-0. So far, the Eagles today have outscored their opponents in the first half 52-0. Second, and actually make it 10. The ball's all the way back at the 10-yard line, as Benjamin couldn't find a receiver, and the Eagles did a good job to play defense in the secondary, not allowing Benjamin to throw. Wind is kicking up and blowing a little more heavily. Snap to Benjamin. Rolls, throws, has a receiver. It is almost picked off again as it went off the hands of Anikalapo and almost picked off again by Anaya Booker. So 3rd and 10 from the 10. Third and 10 from the 10. Eagles lead 12-0. Benjamin looks over her play card. Has 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Snap. Rolls to the right. Looks to throw. Has a receiver open, but then a good job by the Eagles. Double team and a pickoff. It's picked off by Boland. Toward the end zone, no flag is pulled, and then it is at the 5-yard line, and the Eagles pick off again. It's Boland, her 4th interception of the game, of the day, rather. And Boland has 4 interceptions today, 2 in this game. And London Benjamin is 1 of 9 for 3 interceptions in this, the second game, and now the Eagles have 1st and goal from the 5. Two receivers to both sides. Hannah Solis back on the field as running back. She takes the handoff, tries to go far off the right side. She won't get away from a good tackle by Nicole Spinelli. And the Eagles might have lost a yard. Well, I'll say they gained a yard. So 2nd and goal from the 4. Oh, my apologies. They did lose a yard. 2nd and goal from the 6. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Eagles lead 12-0. And off their 3rd interception today, have the ball 2nd and goal. Snap. And a flag for illegal motion. And the Eagles will go back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 11 off the illegal motion. Delia Katsaftis 4 for 5 on the game today. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. She was 7 for 9 in the first game, had a rushing touchdown, threw for 2 touchdowns, and had a reception as well. So 3rd and goal from the 11. 2nd and goal from the 11. Leg up, snaps, hands off. Carrasco avoids the first tackler. Still going. No flags have been pulled. She's into the end zone. It is touchdown. Eagles into the nest. She goes on an 11-yard run for Melanie Carrasco. And the Eagles take an 18-0 lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half. She just bowled her way through the defensive line and defense of the Bobcats, 5'7" junior out of Waterbury, Connecticut. And it's 18-0. Eagles going for 1 point, extra point, leading by 3 touchdowns. Takes the snap. Katsaftis rolls to the left, throws short. Not sure if that got tipped or it fell out of her hand as she was looking for Chloe Wilson. Eagles 0 for 3 on extra points in this game, but lead 18-0 with 4:45 to go in the first half. And again, have outscored their opponents 58-0 today in the first halves of these games. First and 6 for the Bobcats, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Again, their quarterback, London Benjamin, who scored the game-winning touchdown against Roxbury in the final seconds on a run, 1 for 9 with 3 interceptions in this game so far. And credit to Anaya Booker, who's got one of those interceptions for a touchdown, and Rihanna Boland, who's got 2 in the game today. Bobcats moving their best receiver, Spinelli, around, not playing her on the ends, trying to get away from the 2 good corners that the Eagles have. Benjamin takes the snap, looked to hand off, but nobody was there. Instead, throws it up the middle, has a receiver, but it's dropped by Sabre Halsey. And 2nd and 6 from the 14. Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. 2nd and 6 from the 14. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Crowd very bundled up. Snap. Benjamin rolls right, throws over the middle. She's got her receiver. It's Spinelli, and she gets past the first down and is flagged down at the 22. So give the 8-yard reception and a first down from Benjamin to Spinelli. 2:30 to go in the first half. Probably time for one more play for the Bobcats with the pace that they've played in this game so far. Again, they were moving fast in the first 3 quarters of the first game, but have gone to a snail's pace in the fourth quarter and then the first half of this one. Player in motion, snap, pitches, up the middle. Does that player go and is brought down? The player, by the way, is Sabre Halsey, and that's the 2-minute warning. She'll get flagged down at the 25, call it a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 15. We'll be back in 45 seconds. This is the 2-minute warning. You're listening and watching the Post University Flag Football on the Post University Sports Network. Wind is picking up. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 15 for the Bobcats at the 25-yard line. Live at Lemoyne Field. Jeff Nelson here with you. Brought you all 3 flag football games on campus today. Don't forget to come out and join us when the Eagles come back to play again in April. They'll play Roxbury again, as well as Howard on Sunday, April 12th. That'll be the next and last flag football home games of the season. A bad snap and a drop, and it's 3rd and 20 as Benjamin can't catch the snap with 90 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 20 for the Bobcats. And the Bobcats 70 seconds or so away from being shut out in the first half, and that'll mean the Eagles will have gone 58-0 in the 2 first halves today. 3rd and 20. Apologies, 4th and 20, so they're going to punt. It's going to be Zepka who's going to punt. Wind at her back. She takes the fast snap, grabs the ball, low punt, dropped by Carrasco, who is running without the ball. And let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it right at midfield. So 1st and 20 from midfield. Eagles with the ball in 45 seconds to go in the first half. Delia Kossaft is coming out. She's 4 for 5 in the game. 1 10-yard touchdown to Hannah Van Size and 1 interception in the first half. 45 seconds to go. Twin receivers to both sides for Kossaftis. 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Takes her snap. Hands off to Acevedo Lopez. She goes up the middle, still going, and it has a flag ripped out of her hands after a 4-yard gain. Eagles see if they call timeout or not. They let the clock run. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles letting the clock run on 2nd and 15 from the 35. Eagles need to hurry if they want to try to get more points. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Instead, she'll hand it off to Acevedo Lopez. She'll go up the middle again. They missed the first tackle. They missed the second one. She's still going and then finally brought down. close to the 20 with 6 seconds to go. They'll officially mark her at the 24. The Eagles are just going to let the clock run off, and that'll end the first half. An impressive first half for the Eagles. Again, 3 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown and a 10-yard touchdown pass from Katsaftis to Hannah Van Size. And then a rushing touchdown on top of that, and the Eagles have an 18-0 lead at halftime. We'll come back in 10 minutes with the second half. Eagles leading 18-0. You're listening and watching the Post University Flag Football, women's flag football, on the Post University Sports Network. Start of the second half, Eagles lead 18-0, outscoring their opponents today 58-0 in the first halves. They'll get the ball to start 1st and 6 from the 14. Eagles haven't had to do a lot of throwing. They got a pick 6 and a 10-yard touchdown pass from Delia Kotsaftis to Hannah Van Size. And then a rushing touchdown to lead 18-0. Here is Ana Acevedo Lopez. She falls down, and then a flag is pulled. Flag also thrown on the play. See what the call is there. On the first play of the third quarter, Eagles might be enough for a first down. Let's see. They do call it a first down. Ball at the 21. Not sure if there's an actual no personal foul against Bryant and Stratton, the Bobcats. Believe that was on Semiat Anacolapo. But either way, first down and then add 10 yards. So 1st and 9 from the 31. As Eagles moving again on offense. Player in motion. Handoff to Ana Acevedo Lopez. She goes up the middle after making a right-hand veer. Flag finally brought down after a gain of 4. 2nd and 5 from the 35. Eagles will just gladly keep handing the ball off as long as defensively the Bobcats are going to allow them to do it. I've been wavering between calling them the Cowboys and Briggs and Stratton all day, but I've done a good job of saying it Bryant and Stratton and not calling them the Cowboys until now. Hand off to Anaya Booker. Looks for the first down. She gets it and a little bit more before brought down to the 38. That's a first down and 18 upcoming for the Bobcats as they cross midfield, leading by 18. First and 18, ball at the 38-yard line. Delia Kotsaftis looks over her offense and the defense. Has Acevedo Lopez next to her, but moving in motion is Carrasco. She fakes a handoff to both, rolls to the right, now rolls to the left, looking to run instead of throw. She gets some yardage, and finally a flag is pulled out after a gain of 4. Make it 2nd and 14 from the 34-yard line. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Eagles with a win will get back to 500 at 2-2 after going 0-2 last week against Wagner and being shut out in both games. They put up 53 in the first. Quick throw, quick catch. Nice play by Anaya Booker. That's close. Well, not that close, so call it 3rd and 8 on the 8-yard pass. Third down, rolls to the left, throws to the left. It is dropped that time by Booker, and she points to herself saying she should have had that. Now it's 4th and 8 from the 28. Fourth down now. The Eagles going to punt this on 4th down. They're a little too close to punt, but it looks like they're going to. So Kotsaftis punts it into the wind. It's caught by Spinelli, who kept going, and all of that for a 4-yard punt, essentially. Ball went 14 yards, but it was returned back for 10. So a 4-yard net punt by Kotsaftis. And Bryant and Stratton will take over 1st and 16 from the 24-yard line. Quarterback London Benjamin, 2 for 10 in the first half with 3 interceptions, does a toss pass to her best receiver in Nicole Spinelli, and they gain 12 on that play. Little toss pass. 2nd and 4. Spinelli in behind the receivers this time on 2nd and 4. Snap. Handoff to Spinelli on the reverse, trying to get around the defense of Chloe Wilson, who did a great job to bring her down behind the line of scrimmage for a 4-yard loss, and it's 3rd and 8. Good job by Chloe Wilson to play defense on the end and not let Spinelli get around her. The 5'1" freshman out of Meriden, Connecticut, makes the flagpole, and it's 3rd and 8. Third and 8. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Spinelli in the backfield behind Benjamin. Snap high, brought down by Benjamin. Throws to Spinelli quickly in the flat. Flag is pulled 3 yards shy of a first down. That's where 4th and 3 will be, as Spinelli makes another catch. And let's see if the Bobcats will go for it. They're looking like they will, trailing by 3 scores. Officially 4th and 2, excuse me. Spinelli in the backfield to the left of Benjamin. 2 receivers on either side. Now Spinelli moves in motion, goes to the right side. Snap is high and slow. That'll give Benjamin an opportunity to go forward with it. She is flagged down after a 6-yard, 7-yard run and a first down over midfield to the 35-yard line. Midway through the third quarter, still 18-0 Eagles. First and 15. Spinelli in motion from left to right. Takes a pitch toss ahead. Spinelli looks to throw. That should be an illegal pass. That was forward. That should be illegal. That was a forward pass. You can't throw it forward twice, but they're not flagging it down. Instead, it's a completion. Spinelli to Halsey. And they're going to call that good. So 2nd and 8. Even though that was a forward pass. 2 forward passes, which shouldn't be illegal. Which should be illegal, rather. 2nd and 8. No replay here in flag football. Player in motion, snap high, gives to Spinelli again, who's going to look to throw again. Rolls to the right, Spinelli tries to throw it over the middle. She's got Benjamin, but it goes off her body. Incomplete. So now Spinelli 1 for 2 throwing the football. 6 and change to go in the third quarter, still 18-0. And now it's 3rd and 8. From the 28-yard line. Bobcats need the 20. Snap is short and low, but caught. Quick throw out here to the flat to the 25. Flag is pulled at the 23. It's caught by Semiat Anikolapo. And it'll be 4th and 3 from the 23. Timeout, Bryant and Stratton 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Big fourth down here, 4th and 3. You don't want to be too hyperbolic and say this is the play of the game for them, but in some ways it's the play of the game for them. Oh, they did. Bryant and Stratton timeout on a big 4th and 3. Fourth and 3, 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Ball on the 23. This is typically where Benjamin will run the ball, but we will see what kind of play call they do. Ball on the near hash. Play clock has started the run, as has the game clock. Bobcats in no hurry again, for whatever reason, in the freezing cold. You feel like they'd want to move. Eagles calling out the offense from their defensive positions, and a man not worried about a deep ball. Bad snap, popped in the air, fakes the rolling handoff. Instead, we'll throw it over here for Spinelli. Spinelli tries to get to the first down marker. Did she get there? She just did. Got to the 20. It's 1st and goal from the 20 as Spinelli made the catch. Benjamin in the second half, 5 for 5 so far after a 2 for 10 first half with 3 interceptions. Spinelli has 4 of those 5 receptions. First and goal from the 20, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Leg goes up, snap comes back, gives to Spinelli again. She rolls, looks for somebody, throws it in the middle. She would have been good just to run to the left. She would have been wide open as there was nobody there, and she could have run close to a touchdown. Instead, her third pass of the third quarter, Spinelli playing wide receiver, has now thrown the ball 3 times. She's 1 for 3 throwing the ball. Incomplete, 2nd and goal from the 20. Trips to the far side left, twins to the right stacked. Spinelli on the side of Benjamin. Player in motion, quick throw to Spinelli over the middle. She is brought down, and a flag as well at the 17. Holding on the Eagles. So the Eagles get a penalty there as the defender held Spinelli while she tried to pull her flag. That'll be an automatic first down. And a 10-yard gain as well, so this will be 1st and goal from the 8. Eagles trying to play defense on the Bobcats. Eagles played 2 games in the first half today, shut out both opponents. Lead 18-0 here, but don't want to give the Bobcats any momentum. On 1st and goal from the 8. Benjamin, who again is in no hurry. Takes the snap. Eagles blitzing. Quick throw to the left side. Caught. And flag pulled at the 5-yard line is Anna Colapo. And it's 2nd and goal from the 5. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And at the pace the Bobcats are playing, they might only make 1 play between now and the end of the third quarter. Benjamin looks over the defense. 3 receivers to the right. That includes Spinelli. Snap. Quickly to Benjamin. She goes up the middle. She has some speed. Now veers to the right. Tries to get around the flagpole, but is into the end zone for a touchdown. As that's how the Bobcats are able to score on a 5-yard touchdown run by London Benjamin. And the Bobcats on the board. It's 18-6. Bobcats will change out centers. Kindance, Blackwell, Clark out. Elia Henry in. And Benjamin taking her time. Play clock just about to run out. It's down to 1. Snap quickly. Grabbed by the right hand. She'll roll to the right again. Throw it high in the air. Wide open to Spinelli, but that's out of bounds as she overthrew it and the wind was blowing. And 18-6. I don't know if the Eagles are going to run a play here. This may be the end of 3. Let's see how quickly the Eagles want to get on the field. Leading by 12. Eagles will not run a play. Will change ends for the start of the fourth quarter. Eagles leading 18-6. It'll be 1st and 6 from the 14-yard line. We'll be back in 45 seconds with the start of that fourth quarter. In a moment, you're listening and watching the Post University Women's Flag Football on the Post University Sports Network. First and 6. I think the Eagles actually called a timeout for some reason. 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. First and 6. Delia Katsaftis in the second half is 1 for 2. She's 5 for 7 on the game with a touchdown and an interception. Eagles who had an 18-0 lead. Now it's 18-6. So don't want to give the Bobcats the ball back quickly, but 1st and 6 from the 14. Clock is running. Katsaftis takes the snap. Handoff quickly to Hannah Solis, who's back out there, and she's been a fire plug. Despite the multiple injuries, she's still going. I don't think a flag has been pulled. She's still going, and now flag has been pulled. They say she's crossed the 20, and that's enough for a first down. So 7-yard run for Hannah Solis. 1st and 18 from the 22-yard line. Good start to the drive for the Eagles. Now they have to get 18 more to keep it going. Katsaftis looks over her play sheet. Takes the snap. Hands it off again to Hannah Solis. This time up the middle. Makes a right-hand veer. Good block by Fiel. She's still going up on the right sideline. She keeps going, and finally the flag is pulled by Benjamin. But after a significant run, a first down and more, almost 35 yards on that run. And it's 1st and 8 from the 28-yard line. Hannah Solis, injured and all, with 2 great runs. And she's going to feel sore tomorrow. She's feeling sore right now. Reverse to Aya Booker. Booker goes off the left side with some speed, and the flag is pulled, but not after a first down at the 18-yard line. So first and goal at the 18 as the Eagles quickly reverse field position. They went from their own 14 to the Bobcat 18 in 3 plays. And it's first and goal from the 18. Katsaftis handed it off on the reverse to Acevedo Lopez, but she dropped it, and that's a 3-yard loss back to the 21. So now second and goal from the 21-yard line. High leg kick up in the air, hands the ball off to Booker. Booker looking to run, holding that ball out there dangerously. If this was tackle, you'd worry about a fumble, but none there. And instead a gain of 7 back to the 14-yard line. Third and goal. They'll mark it at the 15 officially. Third and goal from the 15. Eagles trying to get another touchdown on the board, leading 18-6 with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles quickly to the line. That helps with your offense, keep you warm by quickly moving up to the line. Third and goal from the 15. 2 receivers on both sides. Katsaftis, who's only thrown 2 passes in the second half, takes the snap, rolls to the right, has a receiver, throws it towards Fiel. It is just too far as Fiel was open, but they were not able to connect. And now it's fourth and goal from the 15. Wilma Fiel, the 5'11 freshman out of Baltsa, Sweden, unable to make that catch, but she was open. Now fourth and goal. See if the Eagles go Hannah Van Size's way on this one. Ball is snapped. She rolls to the right. She's got a couple of receivers looking to throw to one. Throws it up in the air to Fiel. Caught it. It's a touchdown. Eagles have the touchdown. 15 yards. Wilma Fiel bobbled it, then caught it, and the Eagles have a 24-6 lead. Wilma Fiel, her first catch of the day and her second catch of the season, her first catch for positive yards, and the Eagles regain the 18-point lead on the second touchdown pass of the day, of the game rather, by Delia Katsaftis, and the first touchdown catch for Wilma Fiel. Open was Wilson, but a little too far, and the Eagles get that touchdown, but no extra point, and lead by 18, 24-6 on the second TD of the game for Delia Katsaftis throwing the ball. She is now 6 for 10 in the game. 6 for 9, rather. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and the Eagles with a 24-6 lead. Ball on the 14, first and 6 from the 14. Again, the Bobcats moving very slowly, taking up a lot of time in between plays. And when you're trailing by 3 possessions, might want to speed it up a bit. Benjamin takes the snap, fakes the throw to Spinelli. Instead, she'll throw it to Spinelli behind the line of scrimmage, but she's brought down quickly on a nice play by Katsaftis, who's playing defense as well. As the Eagles are banged up here in Game 2, but a nice tackle, flag pull by Katsaftis for the 4-yard loss. So make it 2nd and 10 from the 10. Katsaftis, who told us in her post-game interview today she's never played defense before, doing well there with a nice flag pull on Spinelli's reception. 8:30 to go. Benjamin hands off to Spinelli, who looks to throw. Spinelli tees up a pass. It is intercepted for the second time in the game by Rihanna Boland. Excuse me, for the third time in the game by Rihanna Boland. Her fifth interception of the day, and a pass by Spinelli, who's thrown more in the second half, thrown just about as much in the second half as Benjamin, turns it over. The Eagles get the fourth turnover of the day. The third interception by Boland, and the Eagles knocking on the door again. First and goal from the 9, and a 24-6 lead. Kotsaftis, the quarterback, takes the snap. She'll roll left. Nobody over there. She gets toward the end zone. She's brought down at the 1. Good play by Kotsaftis, who saw nobody on the left side. She just took the ball herself, rolled to the left, got to the 1, and it's second and goal from the 1 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Eagles on their way to their second consecutive victory today, beating Roxbury 53-7 in the first game, now leading 24-6 in the second one. Kotsaftis looks over, takes the snap, looks over the middle, throws again high. It was deflected as she was looking for the tall Fiel for her second touchdown. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Third and goal from the 1. Sort of surprised that maybe Kotsaftis doesn't do just a quick quarterback draw or hand to Acevedo Lopez. She does this time, right up the middle, and the flag was pulled short of the goal line. So fourth and goal from the 1. I called the play, they ran the play, and it didn't work. So that's why I'm sitting up here broadcasting and not calling football games as a coach. Fourth and goal from the 1. Eagles are just as happy to kill the play clock here as they would be to get a touchdown, because anything outside of an interception, they're going to get the Bobcats are going to get the ball first and 19 from the 1. Snap. Kotsaftis rolls to the right, throws back across her body toward the end zone. It was not caught. Hannah Van Cy is the one they were looking for, but she was unable to make the play, and it's an incomplete turnover on downs, and the Bobcats will be first and call it 18 at the 2-yard line on the change of possession with 5 minutes and change to go in the fourth quarter, and the Eagles leading by 3 scores. Five minutes to go. Benjamin in her own end zone with 5 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield. One of the first times today they haven't had somebody in the backfield. But again, she's moving slowly. Spinelli fakes the toss. She rolls to the right, tries to get off the edge. Kotsaftis holds the edge, though. Nicely done. The Eagles looking to pull that flag. They finally do, and a penalty as well. And we'll see who the penalty is on. It looks like a hand deflecting of the flag at the 3-yard line. I think this is going to be on the Bobcats, and that'll push them back toward the 1. With 4 and change to go, it's a personal foul, blocking of the flagpole. Still first down. And now they are back closer to the 1-yard line. Timeout, Bryant and Stratton with 4:01 to go in the fourth quarter. First and 19. And the Eagles hold on. That should just about do it. 2nd and 19. Benjamin still in at quarterback. Again, letting that play clock just tick down. Snap is high. This is going to be a safety, and Eagles get 2 points. It's 26-6 on the safety, a bad snap. And 2 free points to make this 26-6. And good job by the Eagles there. So for those 2 points, though, it moves the play up to, no, actually the Eagles will get the ball. Apologies. The Eagles will now get the ball. And now 1st and 6 from the 14 with the Eagles leading 26-6. Second and 5. Anaya Booker in a quarterback for the Eagles. Snap to Booker. Booker throws with the right hand looking for Kotsaftis, but that's going to be incomplete. And we'll get to the 2-minute warning. Eagles leading by 20. And we'll be back in 45 seconds with the remaining of the fourth quarter. Eagles leading by 20, 26-6. You're listening and watching the Post University Women's Flag Football on the Post University Sports Network. Two minutes to go, fourth quarter, 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Booker at quarterback, Bolin next to her in the backfield. Clock is running. Snap, fakes to Kotsaftis, rolls to the right, does Booker, trying to get the first down. That will ice the game. She does it, she keeps going, and more, she keeps going, and the flag is finally pulled out at the 33-yard line, but that'll do it. Eagles can essentially down the ball. Sorry. As I crash into my producer over here. There's no real downing in flag football, but the Eagles could just hand the ball off a couple times, let the clock run out. With 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Leading by 20. Snap. And Booker will run. She fakes the throw. She keeps going. She will get to midfield. That'll be enough for a first down. Flag comes out, though don't really think we need that. Flag goes back in the pocket with 55 seconds to go. And a first down Eagles. So the Eagles, who were 0-2 last week and shut out twice, are going to go 2 for 2 today, winning 53-7 in the opener. And barring something late, 26-6 in the secondary game. That's 79-13 in the two games today. Snap. Gives to Boland. Boland up the middle, still going. Hasn't gotten her flag pull. She pulls to the right. She keeps going and is brought down at the 25 after a gain of 15. See if the Eagles run one more play. I don't think they will, and that'll be the ball game, folks. 79-13 into two games today. 53-7 against Roxbury. 26-6 against Bryant and Stratton. And the Eagles win both games, going 2-2. And hopefully we will have Rihanna Boland up here as our star of the second game. 5 interceptions over the course of the two games. 3 in the second game. 2 in the first. And Boland with a great day today. Give credit as well to Anaya Booker, who's got 2 touchdowns on interception returns for a touchdown. But Boland with 5 interceptions will be our star of game number 2 this afternoon here at Lamoille Field on the campus of Post University. Final score 26-6, and we will await our guest, Rihanna Boland. The freshman out of Broward, Florida. Right here. No, we just had her stand right here. Oh, where I had this? Yeah, I think we just put it over here. There's no perfect setup for this. Here we go. You are our post-game interview today. For the second game, at least.
Which camera do I look at?
You're going to look at that one right there. Yep.
All right.
You can come a little closer. So you're in the shot. There you go. I don't bite. Don't worry. All right. Everybody's moved. We'll do the countdown. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rihanna Boland, our star of the second game, 26-6 victory for the Eagles in Game 2, 53-7 in Game 1. Rihanna, 5 interceptions in 2 games today, 3 in the second game. Talk to me about what you were seeing out there.
I just had to recover from last game. I dropped 5, so I feel like I had to get some.
So talk to me about what changed between last week and this week. You guys obviously struggled last week.
Yeah.
Defensively weren't bad, but offensively struggled this week. You've come out 79-13 in the 2 games today.
I feel like we needed a lot to work on. It was our first game. I feel like offense, we executed. We didn't play football last game. I feel like we played football this game for sure.
Talk to me about your quarterback. She looked a lot better than she did last week.
She's actually
all over the place.
Scanning the field, not rushing passes, not forcing where balls that are not there at all. She did very good this game, actually.
And then you had somebody on the other side of you, on the far side of the field, in Booker, who had 2 touchdown returns for interceptions, returns for touchdown. Talk to me about her and what she brings.
She's an amazing player. She works hard every time. She loves the sport. She's just an all-around amazing player.
Talk to me about how you got into flag football and why you like it so much and why you're out here.
Well, I used to play basketball, and I figured I wasn't very good at that. So I was like, let me try something new. And I was great at football, so I've been playing since middle school.
There you go. 3 interceptions in the second game, 5 overall on the weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
2-0 for the Eagles today. We'll see you in a few weeks when the Eagles will play 2 more home games on April 12th. That's it for me. I'm Jeff Nelson. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
I'm not very good at anything.
Okay. You keep doing that. You can practice.
You have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.